Hello, thank you for joining me for this presentation. This is about creating a black background with pixel dimensions of 1920 by 1200. This can be used for mounting a panel of photos onto one image and is a suitable size for then projection purposes, PDI projection purposes. Also, such a JPEG can be used for uploading to social media. Now, what I'm first going to show you is how to create a preset for the black background. We'll go into Create New. You'll see the new document screen comes up. There are some recent ones, but I'll just point out that I actually have created and saved a preset called PDI preset, which is 1920 pixels by 1200 pixels at 300 pixels per inch. And you'll see all the criteria used to create that on the right hand side there. Now you can create your own documents or presets using this screen by putting in the values as you see down there, the width, whether you measured it in pixels, the height, the resolution 300 pixels per inch, RGB color recommended, black can be white, background color that's stored in the Photoshop, or could even be transparent, or you could go custom, in which case you can see the color palette comes up and you can select whatever you want in terms of the palette you want to use. Okay, but for our purposes we're going to select black. Color profile is sRGB square pixels. Okay, so to create your preset, to get it saved in the opening screens here, what you would do is click on this download arrow, and you give it a name. We'll just call this new preset. Yep, can't spell. New preset, and save the preset. And you'll see that it comes up now on the left hand side here as new preset, and we could use that one, or we can reuse the original preset, either or. I'll now delete this because it's surplus to my requirements, and we'll go back to the one that I've previously made. So having got to that point and selected your presets you're going to use, you then create new from that preset. No, you don't. You open the preset, I think. No, you don't. You create it. Okay, so here we have our preset made, untitled 1 at 100%. We'll just decrease the magnification slightly to 95%, and then you can just see the outlines of the black background against the grey. Right, so here we have the layer background, just one layer. The next part of the process is introduce the photos that you want to put onto the layer. So what we'll now do is go into File and Open. And you'll see that it's I've already preset some photos that I want to bring in. So we'll bring in these three here and open. Yeah, and you'll see the last one open. We have the house sparrow, which is facing to the right hand side. I'm going to use this on the left hand side of the panel that I'm going to create on the black background. So with the layers selected in the panel on the right hand side, right click on background and layer from background. We'll call this layer 1. Okay. Right click on layer 1 and convert to smart object, which is just done. You'll see that this little icon in the layer that says it's now a smart object. Okay, select the layer, drag it across and put it over Untitled 1, and then drop it on that background. You'll see a new layer has been created on top of the background. What we want to do is resize it. So we need to activate the Move tool, like so. And then we're going to move this photo pretty well onto the screen. In fact, we'll center it around the middle line. You'll see that as we resize it, it's all done proportionately, which is one of the benefits of Smart Object, and allegedly the resized image is of better quality than it would be if you just manipulated the original image. Okay, so that's nicely in the panel. I'll click on background there so that you can see what it looks like so far. I can turn off that layer and the picture disappears, but we'll leave it turned on. Now going to the next image, if this is the one I want to select, that's probably going to go on the right hand side, so we'll use this image now for the center one. Again, repeating what we did before, right click background, layer from background, call this one layer 2. Okay, right click on layer 2, convert to Smart Object, which it has done. Yep. So select the layer 2 in the right hand side, drag it onto Untitled 1, the black background, and let go. As you can see, we've now got this one, and we're going to resize it. So we'll take it to about there from that side, and about there from that side, that's probably about the right size. We'll just double click on the center and we can move it around, and we've got the positioning lines there. It's probably just a little bit too big on the top side, so we'll reduce it in size there. I think that will have done it. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll select the background just to get rid of the squares around it. Leave layer 2 as it is. And now go to the third photo we want, which I think was not the one I wanted, but there you go. Yes, this was the third photo I wanted. So again, background, right click, layer from background. Let's call it layer 3. Okay, and right click again. We're going to convert to Smart Object. And then drag it into the background, and we'll let it go about there, I think, which is pretty good. We'll just make it quite a bit smaller, move the whole thing in, move it to about there, and we're on the center line, so as we decrease it in size, we should just about get what we're wanting. So it's slightly too big. We'll put it on the center line and just decrease it in size a little bit from this side. Try that. Oh, absolutely perfect. Right, okay, so that's basically done. So you can see that each of the photos that we've introduced, each of the images is on its own layer, and we're all but there. The only thing left to do really is to flatten the image. So right click again, flatten image. We're down to one image, and then we'll just do a come over here and do file and save as, save on my computer rather than into the cloud, and we're going to save it as about Untitled 4. We'll just make it. Okay, so doing a save there, it's going to save as a JPEG, which is what you want. I mean, sometimes this comes up as a PSD, so just change it to JPEG if that's not showing. and we do a save, and basically that is done. Now then, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have other videos which are of wildlife and of landscapes, and I'm going to be adding to them, and if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope this has been of some help to you.